Welcome into Falcons Today by Chat Sports. Matthew Peterson here with you all, going over the latest Falcons news and rumors stemming from their Week 12 loss to the Commies up in Washington. And it is finally time for Desmond Ridder. I think we can all agree maybe not. I think we can all agree that Marcus Mariota screwed the pooch, and he has not been as bad as maybe some of us, myself included, have thought he would be thus far into the season. But it's time to put Mariota to bed and bring out Desmond Ridder. So here is my first of 3 overreactions today. Is Mariota holding this team back? I think it's accurate. I think Mariota is doing a serviceable job as a short-term quarterback, but that's all he is a short-term quarterback. You might have something in Desmond Ridder long-term. I would like to find that out now, so you can go into the offseason with a better and clearer picture of what you have at quarterback for years to come. I feel like this game was the final straw, where you had an opportunity to, 1, just win, 2, really take advantage of the Bucs losing on Sunday in Cleveland in overtime to the Browns, and start to make some headway in this NFC South. Instead, a goal line interception sealed Atlanta's fate, essentially. And it's not that I think Desmond Ridder could go out there and throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, but I think he can do what Mariota's doing. So why not have him have those same types of numbers while also learning if Ridder is a future quarterback for this team? Mariota against Washington, 15 for 25, 174 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. This is the National Football League, right? Those are just pedestrian backup numbers. That's what Trevor Siemian pretty much did for the Bears yesterday against the Jets. You can find that same type of production from any quarterback. I understand where Arthur Smith is sort of coming from of, hey, as long as we're in the playoff hunt, we're going to keep starting Mariota. And I do understand that a little bit because it sends a bad message to your locker room of, hey, I know you guys are grinding, playing hard, and defying the odds that everyone laid out for us this year, but I'm going to go ahead and bench our starting quarterback. But also you could tell this locker room, I am doing what I think is best for this team. And right now, Mariota is not the best for a winning formula moving forward. We can get the same type of production, if not better, from Desmond Ridder while also learning what is best for this team moving forward. Because let's be honest, Atlanta, they might be a fun, frisky team that could sneak into the playoffs, but they're not going to go on a deep playoff run. I hate to be the bearer of bad news and blow anyone's bubble, but they might have that with Ridder in the future, so why not play the young QB now? But be honest for me. Is it time to bench Mariota? It's not that Mariota has gone out there and been unplayable, right? He's not out there throwing 3 interceptions, 120 yards. He's not Baker Mayfield bad, but he's also just meh. And if meh is only supposed to be a 1-year quarterback, and you might have something that could be awesome in years to come with Desmond Ridder, find out, please, Arthur Smith. All right, Arthur Smith, like I said, I know you believe that Mariota is the quarterback to be at the helm while you are still in playoff contention. But I don't think Ridder can be much worse. I mean, unless Desmond Ridder is the world's worst quarterback in practice. And maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe it's kind of like Kellen Mond when he was with the Vikings, where everyone was begging Minnesota to give Mond a shot, and, well, he stunk. I haven't heard those types of inklings coming out of Flowery Branch, so if that is the case, why not make a change, right? Why not go out and see what Ridder can do? Ridder, his last year in Cincinnati, 64.9% completion percentage, 3,300 yards, 30 touchdowns, QB rating of 158. Those are college stats in a group of 5 conference. But Ridder showed a lot of promise, and he just needed to clean some stuff up. And by week 13 of the NFL, I hope that this far through practice in his rookie season, he can be tread water type of quarterback the same way Mariota is, while also learning if he is the guy for the future. I think I've said that 3 times now, but I think it's very true. All right, I've got another little tidbit I wanted to share with you all. I saw this on Twitter. I thought you might find it interesting too. My personal opinion is that no one will see Ridder until the Falcons are out of playoff contention. With Tampa Bay's loss yesterday, they're still, somewhat surprisingly, in it. And I understand that because you don't want to pull the plug on a quarterback that has your team in the hunt. But if that quarterback is the thing that's holding you back from a win or two, like yesterday, I think you got to pull the plug on Mariota. You're not winning because of Mariota's excellent arm or fantastic legs. No, he's just the starting quarterback on a team that's playing hard for their coach, and they're pulling out gritty wins, and they've been a hard out every week this entire season. So, not to harp on the same point, but, well, you've heard it 1,000 times now. I hope we're on the same page. If we're not, you can disagree with me in the comment section. Now, speaking of the comment section, I'm going to have a link to this awesome Kyle Pitts jersey down below. Holiday season, it is here. It is no longer around the corner. It is at our doorstep. And if you or a loved one is looking for a Kyle Pitts jersey, you can get them today over at chatsports.com/Pitts. You can't miss it. These jerseys are right from Fanatics. They are NFL licensed. It makes for a great holiday gift for you, for yourself, a loved one, whoever it may be. But get them today, chatsports.com/Pitts. Links in the comments and the description of today's show. All right, second overreaction. The Falcons blew their season with this loss to the Commanders. I'm going to say overreaction. It felt a little bit like that yesterday. Double whammy. You lost a game, or triple whammy. You lost a game where you easily had an opportunity to win at the goal line, touchdown. Koo puts it through and it's done. Plus the Bucs lost. Plus tiebreaker implications with the Commies moving forward. But the Falcons are still in it. The Atlanta Falcons are absolutely still in the hunt. They are still in the mix. They are not out, right? They are not, ending their bid to make the 2022 NFL playoffs. Despite what happened with the Bucs, with missing that opportunity, they are still very much in it because they've got the same number of wins as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa's 5-6, Atlanta's 5-7. The Falcons missed a chance to leapfrog Tampa Bay, but that's all it was. It was a chance, right? It wasn't the back against the wall. There's reason to believe that Tampa's going to continue playing like how they did yesterday in Cleveland, where, yeah, they got by with wins in Germany over Seattle and over a bad Rams team, but they made that Rams win a couple weeks ago was their plant the flag moment. Look at the Rams right now. They suck. Yeah, Stafford's out, but they still are cheeks. So you know what? I think the Falcons are very much still alive, especially with this remaining schedule. They got the Steelers next week. Now, the Steelers play on Monday Night Football tonight, so we'll see how they look. But I don't think the Steelers are an unbeatable team by any stretch of the imagination. They are not good. Then finally, the bye comes. And a late bye sucks, but with a team that's in the hunt, could be a blessing in disguise, kind of a late push, late surge to get healthy. Then you go to the Saints. Very winnable game. 2 winnable games coming up, and boom, you go from 5-7 to 7-7. Then you got the last 3 games of the season coming up with the Ravens, which isn't going to be easy, but we just watch the Jags beat Baltimore, plus the Cardinals, who are, frauds beyond belief, and then the Bucs at home, and that Bucs game might be for the division, and it's at home. So I'm expecting a big, healthy dose of the Dirty Birds fans to make some noise at Mercedes-Benz. Let me know, though. Will the Falcons win the NFC South? Will they be sort of the Eagles of last year? Remember, Philadelphia was 3-6 at one point last season, and they made the postseason 9-8. So they went on a run. Who's to say the Falcons can't be that team this year? Now, if you want some dubs on the menu for the upcoming weeks, subscribe today. We're at the point now. We're at 5-7. You are running out of wiggle room. Don't be the guy that doesn't subscribe. And when YouTube faxes me, yeah, they still use a fax machine in Silicon Valley. Everyone that didn't subscribe, I know where to find you in Decatur, in Alpharetta, Sugar Hill. We're going to go to your door and we're going to ask, why the hell did you cost the Falcons the playoffs this year? Not an overreaction. All right, this one might be, though. Offensive line is back. No, it's not an overreaction. It's accurate, baby. Yeah, offensive line is all the way back. I'm definitely drinking the Kool-Aid a bit right now. Maybe getting a bit buzzed, a little drunk off of it, a little been day, some day drinking right now with this offensive line. But this was one of their toughest tests of the year because Washington, even though they don't have Chase Young, they still got a very impressive front seven. Jerron Payne, we know he's a game, changer. Tip pass at the end of the game to help Fuller make the pick. But Mariota only got sacked 1 time, which is a big improvement. from what we have seen the last couple of weeks from the Panthers game and moving forward. But look at PFF's grades the last couple of weeks for the Falcons offensive line and look at the improvement. Let's start with week 10 right here, where it was bad pretty much across the board except for Lindstrom, and he's been the most consistent guy on this offensive line, okay? So those are the week 10 PFF grades. We get a bit of a change here. Udoka takes over at left guard in week 11, and the Falcons are rocking and rolling, right? They knock off the Bears last week, and they bullied the Chicago front four. And then week 12 against the Commanders, we're still seeing a lot of green arrows going up. Matthews picks up his play. Lindstrom looks like one of the best guards in football. McGarry, he looked fantastic as well on the right side. This Falcons offensive line is definitely hitting a groove down the stretch this season. And Chris Lindstrom, he's the best offensive lineman in football right now on PFF sides. 92.4 overall grade. I like PFF. I don't love PFF, but they definitely have a good inclination of who's what and who's who on the offensive line and defensive line. So let's give some credit right now to the best interior offensive line, at least in the eyes of the nerds at PFF, Lindstrom. Let's type his number. Everyone that's still watching to this video, to this point, get 63 going in the comment section right now. I want to see 63 63s in there. Hopefully someone will send this video to Lindstrom and he can feel the love from Falcons fans all across the country. Spam his jersey number down below to end today's video.